What's up, you guys? How are you? How have you been? Because it has been some time, right? I know it has been some time, but let's kick this off. What's up, you guys? My name is Leda, also known as The Real Leda on all things social, and welcome to my update. It's been a while. Last time I seen you guys, it was right after competition, and that was in October. It is now April 1st. I know. It's like a good 6 months, right? So what's been going on that 6 months? So let me just tell you, right after competition, went into kind of a reverse diet where we knew the intention was to put on some weight so that we can go ahead and grow some, get bigger, grow some more muscle and everything. And literally the week after, I had gone to a planner conference, a Sugary Gal Shop planner conference. Had a great time there, went to a couple Disney parks with some friends. So really was able to chillax. Then we went right into holiday season. And throughout the holiday season, we're still putting on some size. Literally the intention of that time frame was to put on as much muscle as possible. And we put in the grind. It was every single day and just as heavy as possible. It was just a heavy time frame, let's just say. So I'm putting on. And then in about January, hit my birthday, had a fun time with some friends and family for my birthday. And then Coach and I had a serious talk about what's this season gonna look like. Is there gonna be a season? What were things gonna be looking like? Was I gonna continue on just focused on putting on some size, or were we actually going to start to get into something? So basically what was I going to do with my life, right? So I and Coach decided that why not? Let's go ahead and let's get ready for the Type Hope Classic happening in July. And that is our goal. You guys, as of today, it is April 1st. I am 16 weeks out. But I'm not just starting. I started literally a few days after my birthday. It was like January 28th, I believe it was, or the 29th, is when I started prep. I started at 24 weeks out. I believe it was 24 weeks. So I wasn't too sure if I was going to do this again. To be completely honest, I wasn't too sure if I was going to go back to vlogging and, capturing this journey. I really enjoyed it last time. I really enjoyed capturing my first journey, and there would never be a first journey, you know what I mean? But in talking with Coach, we knew that, or in talking with her, she made it clear that every single time you go through prep, it is different. Every single time you learn different things. Your body goes through different things. Life hits you with different things. So why not, So she's right? Things are going to happen, and life is going to hit you in different ways. You're going to go through things different. It might be a similar situation, but at this point, I'm a different person. I've grown, I've learned. So I might attack or approach a situation differently as I did before, And it's not our first rodeo now. This will be our second prep with the family, my husband and I. So we will see how this goes, right? Again, it's in a different time of year as well. Before, I was starting prep in July, and we were just getting into the school year in August. But now it's the complete opposite end, right? It is now April, and I am 16 weeks out. The competition is in the middle of the summer, right? So school will end in the next 2 months, and that allows for a little bit more flexibility and time when it comes to training and with family things, right? But it also gives a whole different set of circumstances in regards to vacations and hanging out with family and being on the boat and all this stuff. So we are going to navigate that as it comes, right? As things come. So the very first thing that came that was a little bit interesting to navigate is, if you guys didn't know, my husband and I had gotten married in March of last year. However, we had never had a party. We didn't have a ceremony. Him and I just went to the courthouse, did our thing, and we loved every moment of it. And then right after that, there was a lot of changes with moving and buying a house and all this stuff. So we actually never got to celebrate with friends and family. Well, we were able to do so. About a week ago, we finally had our wedding reception that we wanted, and it was exactly the way we wanted it. So we had it at our new home in our backyard. Like, all of our friends and family came. It was a fantastic time. We catered in barbecue. That was fun. Coach came by, and that was great to see as well. And I had some leeway, of course, with what was going on, and with the day being also planning my my free meal around that time frame as well was great timing. So, and we knew I was gonna splurge a little bit. Now, I didn't do a lot because I was more intent on spending time with the people there and taking pictures and, just, dancing and being goofy with everybody that was there versus, eating all the barbecue and all the sweets and everything all the time. So, making sure I went into that with the purpose in mind of being with my husband, being with my friends and family, really helped with that moment. So again, I had a great time. He had a great time. We did have food. Like, I actually ate some afterwards, after the party ended. Because again, I was just so all over the place with spending time with everyone. So, if you're seeing this and you had came, I'm so, so grateful that you came and spent that time with us and was able to celebrate our marriage. And, thank you for supporting and encouraging us as well. So, that being said, we are now, that was about a week ago, and we are 16 weeks out from prep. So, all right, you guys, we're in a whole new rodeo. We've spent the past 6 months really putting on as much size as we can. I think we're going to continue to try to put on as much more size as we're just starting to cut. So the beginning of prep wasn't really much different, to be completely honest. It didn't feel much different from when I said, okay, we are starting prep now, to off season, because we continued on the same path. Now, I did obviously tighten up a lot on the way I was eating and really sticking strict to what was given to me and trying to keep my free meals just that, to a free meal. So I did do that. And obviously the workouts, excuse me, we're always pushing for as much as possible. Excuse me. Okay, so we're always pushing to lift as much as possible and to always trying to gain as much size as we can, because as we cut, might lose a little bit of muscle mass on the way, and we're not trying to do that. We're trying to either gain as much muscle mass or retain as much muscle mass by the time show comes. So it's crazy. It's crazy. We are 16 weeks out. 16 weeks out. So what does everything look like now? Well, I'm training 5 days a week with 5 days of cardio. Cardio is sitting between 30 to 40 minutes, kind of changes here or there. My meal plan, I'm still currently on 5 meals plus a shake. So basically 6 meals a day. And I do have like a good amount of carbs and everything, and obviously a lot of protein. So, and then when it comes to water, right now we're at 1.5 gallons, which, if you follow my last process, this is very early for 1.5 gallons a day. Like, we did not start 1.5 gallons until we were like 8 weeks, I want to say, I think. But again, you guys, my last prep was very, very short. It was very, very fast, and I will not do that again. It was a great way for me to jump in head first into bodybuilding and for me to learn a lot. However, I am not trying to do that again. Hence the reason why we went into a 24-week prep and literally made it twice as long, because my body needs it. My body needs that time. You guys, with stretching out my prep to twice as long, I have twice as much time to make that gradual decrease and to bring my weight down while maintaining and sustaining as much muscle mass as possible, but also to save my body as much as possible, meaning making sure I'm doing things in a safe manner, with, you know, keeping my hormones in check and just doing things in a much more gradual decrease as we get closer to the show will save my body and my sanity. So again, I will not ever regret or change the way I would have done my first prep. However, that is one thing that we learned, is that I needed a lot more time, like at least another 4 to 6 weeks. So this time we're going to give it as much time as possible. Hence why we went 24. So, oh man. So 16 weeks out, the goal right now is to compete in the Type Hope Classic in Orlando, Florida again. That will be July 20th. And so we're on for another ride. We are on for another ride. I'm so glad to see you guys. Thank you again for tuning in, for supporting me. And hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. I think we're going to keep these weekly as we did before, because that seems to be a good time frame, right? So good. Welcome to my update. Love you. Stay weird. And remember, you can do hard things. We're 16 weeks out. Bye.